ultimate muscle for the freaking GameCube. I don't know if you guys have ever watched this show or read the manga or even played this game, but it was so ridiculous. And of course, dude, got everything complete. Phoenix Resale has become one of my favorite channels on this entire platform for a couple of reasons. Number one, we share the same name, Caleb, and it's spelled with the C, just like it should be. Number two, I absolutely love his passion for video games, especially the Nintendo GameCube, which was my first console and essentially one of my favorite, if probably not my favorite console of all time. Check it out, I even put a wooden veneer kit on my GameCube, so mine's even cooler than the average person's. There have literally been times that I have contemplated trying to collect all 653 North American titles of the GameCube, but that would literally be one of the most wild feats in collecting history, and I don't have the funds or the time to do that. But it has crossed my mind more than once. The weird thing is, I actually haven't bought a GameCube game in about 10 years, a full decade. However, I do have some GameCube games left over from my childhood. I've been a collector of random things for as long as I can remember, and if you guys have been around the channel for at least a little bit, you know that I have a stupid amount of crap, and today I'm going to show you guys my very small but very meaningful and nostalgic to me collection of GameCube games. I'm extremely excited to show you guys this, and who knows, maybe my boy Caleb from Phoenix Resale will at least acknowledge me, and who knows, maybe we'll even do a trade someday. So let's check this thing out, man. Alright, you guys, we are actually in my collection room right now. I have not done a lot of videos in my collection room, even shown my collection room that much, probably because it is literally the messiest freaking place in the entire world. But trust me, once I get it all set up and cleaned up and it looks more like a studio, I'll be doing a lot more content in here. But for now, I'm just going to do this video for now. So this right behind me is actually my Zelda collection. I started my Zelda collection back in college about a decade ago, and this is where we're going to start the GameCube journey. And of course with that are going to be the 4 Zelda games that came out for the Nintendo GameCube. Frick, I literally forgot about that one. First up is my absolute favorite. This is going to be what started it all, my addiction to Zelda. This is the first game of the Zelda series that I beat on my own, and that would be Zelda Twilight Princess, and this is the version for the GameCube. I also have the version for the Wii, which was the original version I beat, and then I did beat it on the GameCube as well. Of course, we've got Zelda Wind Waker, another just awesome classic. We've got Zelda Four Swords, another great, fun co-op Zelda game, probably my favorite co-op Zelda game, if not probably like the only co-op Zelda game that I can even think of. And last but not least is the promotional 4-pack that came out for the GameCube. What an awesome piece of nostalgia right here. Such a great piece, and I'm super excited to have this. The only one I do not have in the series that I would like to get is the split copy of the Zelda Wind Waker and the Metroid Prime, but of course, you're literally paying like hundreds of dollars for a freaking piece of paper. It's ridiculous. So that is all of the GameCube games in my Zelda collection. If you guys actually want to see the rest of my Zelda stuff, I'm actually really proud of it. I would be more than happy to show you guys, but we're going to move to the rest of the games that I have. And yeah, hopefully you guys enjoy those as well. We're going to move on to another shelf in my collection room, and that one is the shelf dedicated purely to Super Smash Bros. Aside from Zelda, my absolute favorite multiplayer game in the entire world is Super Smash Bros. I've been obsessed with Super Smash Bros ever since the N64 version, but the one that really kicked it off for me was Super Smash Bros Melee for the GameCube, of course. And this was one that I bought back when I was such a young little lad. It is complete, and I'm very excited to have this in my collection. So Super Smash Bros Melee, definitely, and it is a very proud member of my Super Smash Bros shelf right here. Alright guys, now we're down to the leftover games in my collection that I have saved since I was a young little kid. And you know what, I think at one point I probably had hundreds, maybe 200 or so GameCube games that I have just sold and traded throughout the years, but I did hold on to ones that definitely meant the most to me, and these are those ones. Back when I was in college, I actually had a very big video game collection. I collected a lot of video games. Since then, I've moved on to other things. However, I did hold on to quite a few video games that just mean so much to me, and a good chunk of those are going to be GameCube, Wii, and Wii U, and of course, my handheld DS games. I honestly can't believe it, but I only saved 13 GameCube games from my childhood, and these games I must have played. In fact, I know that I played these absolutely relentlessly, which is super funny because some of these are actually really bizarre. If you hated this trilogy, you are ridiculous. This is one of the funnest video game trilogies on the entire planet. I had so many fun memories with this. Absolutely loved it. Up next is Super Monkey Ball 2, one of my favorite games of all time. I just recently beat the one-player mode with my buddy, and that was one of the funnest things ever. 2 games that I put a ridiculous amount of time into were 007 Agent Under Fire and 007 Everything or Nothing. 2 of my favorite GameCube games. I played these so relentlessly, trying to get all of the like special things and all that crap. This was one of the craziest and funnest games I've ever had. Need for Speed Unwanted. What a great GameCube game. Oh my goodness. All right, we're really getting into it. I don't think this one's actually worth that much, but Naruto Clash of Ninjas 2. I didn't actually have Clash of Ninja 1, but Clash of Ninja 2, I had so much fun with. Me and my little brother played this all the time. Worms 3D. I was always a huge fan of Worms on my PC when I was like a super little kid. I think like one of my friend's dads had it on his PC. When I got Worms 3D, oh my goodness, we put hours and hours and hours into this. Me and my buddies actually recently booted this up. It's still absolutely terrific. Worms 3D, baby. NBA Street version 3. This is the collaboration with Mario characters. What an absolute treat. I saw that this one, I think this one's got to be worth at least a decent amount because it features, you know, those 3 characters. And just like the PS2 and those games couldn't have the Nintendo characters. So I think this one's actually worth a decent amount, which is awesome. This game was so much fun. Alien Hominid. This game was so hard. I never actually, still to this day, beat this game, but seriously, huge fan of Alien Hominid. Another extremely cult classic game that I just beat recently on the Nintendo Switch, Mario Sunshine. Oh my goodness. I don't know if you are a true GameCube fan, if you are not a true lover of Mario Sunshine. Absolutely terrific. The Ultimate Spider-Man. Now I know this is the Player's Choice edition, and just by watching my boy Phoenix Resale, the Player's Choice isn't necessarily as cool as the OG, but I do not own the OG. I got that stinking yellow tab, but still, great game. I think these are probably my rarest games. Actually, I don't know if this next one's rare, but I put so much time into this. It was one of those weird instances where I just got super addicted to like this TV show, and then I got the video game, and my brother and I were addicted to it. Ultimate Muscle for the freaking GameCube. I don't know if you guys have ever watched this show or read the manga or even played this game, but it was so ridiculous. And of course, dude, got everything complete. Dude, I'm a completionist. I was always keeping my stuff, my manuals in place, but this game was one of my favorite games ever. This came out on like Fox Kids or whatever back, and I used to watch it every Saturday. This was put out by Bandai. Such a fun game. Oh my goodness, I need to boot this bad boy up. And last but not least, if you guys have been a fan of the channel, you know that I play this game so much, and it is one of my favorite and most valued prized possessions in my entire collection of all the crap that I own, and that would be Gotcha Force. I even did a Gotcha Force video not too long ago. Seriously, this is probably one of my all-time favorite games, at least top 5, if not top 3 favorite games of all time. I've put hundreds and hundreds of hours into this. If it wasn't worth so much, I would still be playing it, but I'm just too scared that I'm gonna break it. And of course, I got it in the protector. What an absolute great game. Unfortunately, it has to be like one of the most freaking valued GameCube games, but seriously, this is a great game. I know Phoenix Resale owns a copy of this. It's absolutely terrific. Well, there you guys have it. Thank you so much for dropping in on the channel. I just wanted to show you guys a little tiny snippet of my collection, all the crap that I've put my life and time and money into, and just I'm very proud of it. But anyways, one of the things I kind of let go was my GameCube collection, and unfortunately, you know, it's not as big as I would have liked it to be, but it is still very sentimental, even though it's small. And probably these games I'll probably never get rid of unless, you know, someone offers me something super sick or maybe for a trade. But anyways, guys, thank you so much for joining me on this little bit of a reminisce. And hey, GameCube for life, absolutely. Anyways, we'll catch you guys on the next video.